screenshot of Javi around 1:30 while you stick your hand under the table. You ask them to choose any row, and now you do a simple magician's force. You psychologically force row 2. Equivocate. You must have used black art. Magician's choice. You had help. You must have had assistance. Me? Assistance? Magician's choice, magician's choice, magician's choice, magician's choice. And the most common number from which a person chooses from 5 to 10 is 7. And as a magician, you know this, so you force number 7. Equivocate, equivoke, equivocate, evoquicate, equivoke, equivoke. Black art, black art, black art, black art. Multiple outs, glued off camera. Magician's choice, magician's choice, magician's choice. You got lucky that they named row number 2. You got lucky that they named 7. Holes in the table with a cloth on the floor to disguise it. At 5:23, you point at number 6 and keep your left hand still upon number 7 during a few seconds while your helper slips the printed picture under number 7 through a hole. All the cards in the middle row are doubles with the guy's face on the other side. The hole's covered in black foil. Free choice. Very interesting.
Hello. Are you going to show us some card tricks? What's the numbers?
Actually, yeah, you're kind of close. I'm a magician. I'm doing magic for YouTube. So I'm Reed. What's your guys' names?
Rafa,
Bodhi.
Javi, and Bodhi.
Sorry, what? Say that again. I missed it.
Rafa. He's Javi.
Javi?
And this is Bodhi.
Javi. Okay, Javi, and then okay, cool. So
What's your YouTube channel? It's nice to meet you.
yeah, it's great to meet you guys too. I will. I'll send you my YouTube channel after. Cool. Let's get to it. So, have you ever played the game Guess Who?
Yes.
So this is going to be sort of like Guess Who and a mini experiment in one. So the experiment part, I'm hoping that one of these cards is going to mean something. One of these people that I've drawn is going to be like really important or mean something. Maybe it'll be a relative, a family member, and it'll actually be like important to you guys. You know what I mean? I don't know if it works, but we're going to see how this goes. So basically, I have 3 rows, right? I have row 1, 2, and 3. Can you guys just name any row?
2. 2. I mean, no, 1. 2.
2.
Two.
You're sure you want 2? You're positive?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, 2.
Row 2. So that's the row you want. So we'll get to that in a second. Now, I want to go through the other ones and just see if there's any sort of connection with any of the drawings that I've made. Okay. So first we have Carly. Does Carly mean anything to you guys?
Okay.
Maybe the name or the face. I know it's kind of a bad drawing. I'm not the greatest artist, but nothing really standing out.
No.
Okay. Let's try. Who do we have next? We have Michelle. Anyone know Michelle? Or maybe just the name, maybe the face remind you of someone?
No.
Not really.
Not good enough.
Kind of.
Not good enough to be
bit,
magic,
yeah.
right? Not good enough to be magic. All right, let's keep going here. We got John. John's got a nice little goatee.
Oh yeah. Not the spelling, but the name.
The name? Who's John to you?
Uncle.
Yeah, same.
Does this guy look like John though? That's
No.
No,
not
okay.
not the one that I know.
All right. How about Jake? Jake is a very weird-looking dude, but he could be real.
I know a Jake, but not like that.
Not like
Doesn't
that.
look
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys wanted row 2, correct? So let's check
Yes.
out row 3 just to see what we got. We have Randy. All right.
I do not know Randy.
He's a hillbilly.
I don't know anyone.
He's kind of hillbilly looking, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Then we got Judy. You guys see Judy?
No Judy's.
No Judy.
I know someone named.
You do?
Doesn't look like that.
Let me guess.
Maybe.
All right. Then we got number 11. We got David. How about David?
No.
Yeah,
I have a grandpa named Bill.
Okay. Does that look like a?
Yeah.
Kinda, okay. So that's so far our best one,
Yeah.
but it's not perfect. It's not a perfect match, right? So we'll keep working. Now, you guys made the fair choice, the free choice of choosing row 2. So we're left with these 4 cards: 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, I want you to choose. Make the very careful choice. You have a total free choice. Do you want number 5, 6, 7, or 8? Which one do you want?
Seven. Let's go 7.
You're positive. You don't want to change your mind.
Positive.
Okay, so let's, again, we're gonna check out the other ones just to see. Let's check out number 5 here, all right? Number 5, we have Sam. Do you guys know a Sam at all?
I do, but he doesn't look like that.
Doesn't look like that.
He
Okay,
does
how
not
about...
look.
Here,
He
perfect.
looks a bit like that.
Okay, how about
Pretty
number
much.
6 here? We have Andy. Anything with Andy?
No.
Not looking like that, eh?
No.
Okay, number
No.
perfect. Number 8, we have Tom. Anyone? Tom?
It's
kind of-
okay, now I see it. Not Tom, no.
No Tom. Okay, so
I know
guys, I just want you to
Wait,
think
I-
about this.
Alright.
Think about this. We've had all these people, right? We had 12 different cards. You guys can agree it was as free as it can get that you chose number 7, right?
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
And also,
Yes.
out of these names, I'd say there was like 3 or 4 that you guys knew the name, but the face didn't really match. I think the closest we got here was with Bill,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well,
if
no, for me it was.
Yeah. Let's see if with number 7 we can beat all of these. If we can really find something with a connection here. I'm gonna take a little peek. Huh. This is pretty crazy because you could have picked Jake, you could have picked John, you could have picked Michelle, Carly, right? Any one of these, but you chose number 7. And I don't think you will believe this, guys, but I think this person will mean something to you. You guys tell me.
Oh, no way! That's cool.
That
How
is
did you do that?
How did
Javi.
you do that?
What's good, guys? It is Reed, and welcome back to a very special video. This is the 1,000 sub giveaway winner announcement, and we do have a winner. So that is how the trick is done, and hopefully you guys liked how I did that. A lot of thought went into that, and there was a ton of work, and it was a really awesome trick. I got my Madison mirror here, you know, switching up the scenery a little bit. Like I said, I'll be moving around a lot in the next little bit, so you'll be seeing a bunch of different backgrounds. Back to the giveaway, I got a ton of awesome answers, a ton of great guesses, just looking at them here. And, you know, some of them are really creative, some of them don't make any sense. I gotta be honest. And then we have a couple of them that were really close, and actually it was tough to pick a winner here, but ultimately I did narrow it down to one. One of you was just a bit more detailed and got just a few more of the key details than the rest. Let me start off by talking a bit about that trick. That was a trick that I've had in mind for a while that I wanted to use for my behind the screen series. If you don't know what that is, I'll leave a card up here or here, wherever side it is. Behind the screens, essentially I do these kind of more elaborate tricks on Omegle, and I show you guys the behind the scenes of how that works. So I was back in Ottawa, with my crew. We were filming some new behind the screens. Episode 3 is filmed, edited, and on the way soon. It is awesome. I took an outtake from one of those tricks, one that I thought would be a little bit more difficult to guess and would be a lot of fun to guess. So this was an outtake that I put in for the giveaway. This is a trick just that I called Guess Who, and it's an idea that I had for a long time, wanting to do a sort of Guess Who themed trick, where at the end the person that they pick, that they narrow down to, is them, and have a picture of them. So that's how we did it. We used the trapdoor method, as you guys can see. That was very difficult to pull off. Believe it or not, we were gonna try to use black art, you know, to disguise the trapdoors, but the problem was I didn't have any black felt, and so we used black garbage bag over top of cardboard to give the illusion of a fake table. But garbage bag is reflective, so it did not work at all for black art. The trapdoors were very obvious. So then we had to go with a method of me concealing the trapdoors in a special way. And then you saw obviously the whole chain. I had the one helper take the photo, pass it along upstairs where we could get it edited to our template, printed, cut out, and handed back down. Now, a lot more work went into this than you might think. The middle cards were gimmicked with magnets, as you saw, but those magnets had to be the correct poles for each card. And when you stick the picture of the guy, like Javi's face, on it, the magnets had to be in the perfect position to allow it to cover that drawing. Also, we had to deal with the issue of the seam showing, and I know it still showed a little bit, but that's why I had my finger on the front a little bit to hide the bottom seam. That's another little detail you could have pointed out. I don't think anyone did, but it's little things like that that could take your answer to the next level, right? If you get the little minute details. Other things like the size of the trapdoor was very difficult because it had to be Not big enough that the card would be able to stay, but big enough that you could fit the other card through and then close it and not get the other card stuck. It had to be big enough for the magnets. We had to find a way to stick down the cards a little bit, so they were double-sided taped the corners very, very slightly, the middle row, so that they'd stay down. You could hear it a few times and kind of see it. This was all a very long process. We probably spent 2 days and probably like 6 to 8 hours coming up with that trick, figuring out all the details, how it was going to work. It was different and more difficult than a lot of my other behind the screens because I needed to make this as perfect as I could so that it wouldn't be obvious how it was done if I was going to use it in this giveaway, right? And I also threw in some red herrings in there. For example, using the black surface, we didn't use black art at all. We just hid the trapdoors, right? They could have been any color. We just hid them by, when I flipped the cards, I had them blocked the whole time, and then I picked up the last card and threw other cards on top of the last door, right? So black art was not a method at all, but a lot of people guessed black art, which was a red herring, right? That's why I use the black surface. Another red herring, my left hand was below the table for a lot of the trick, and that was an accidental red herring. I just had my hand on my knee because I was on my knees performing that because of the camera angle, and I just had my hand down, but from the video it looks like my hand's under the table, so a lot of people thought I was doing something under the table, but I really did no work for this besides flipping the cards. What were some of the other guesses? So the black art thing was wrong. Some people, okay guys, come on. A lot of people thought, I had several guesses. People think I had 12 pictures or multiple pictures of the kid already under the cards, and I used black art to just like leave the picture of the kid down on the ones that they didn't pick. You guys realize I'm on Omegle. I've never met these people a day in my life. This is the first time I see this kid. I literally hit the button, it spins, and I say, hey, how's it going? And he says, my name's Javi, and we go into the trick right from there. So a lot of people left out that whole process, how I even got his picture in the first place. Like, obviously I printed it, okay, that should be a give me. And if I printed it, I probably had help. But a lot of people didn't say that. I got like at least 4 or 5 answers of people just saying magician's choice. And I'm like, what do you mean magician's choice? Like, okay, maybe I used equivocate at one moment, but some people just said you use magician's choice to force the second row, and then you did a psych force and got lucky that he picked 7. I'm like, okay, like that doesn't explain how I got his picture onto number 7. A lot of people didn't explain that, or a lot of people said I had a dozen of the picture already set up when I just met the kid. I don't know what he looks like. I don't even know his name until right in that performance, and obviously I can't set it up while he's watching. So that was a very interesting take. I got a lot of strange answers like that, and I feel like it was obvious that that couldn't have been the method, but otherwise there were probably 3 really good guesses that were really close, and just one of them was a little bit more detailed than the rest and got a few of the little aspects correct more than the others. To the people who, you know, really watched it and thought about it, and everyone who entered this giveaway, I appreciate it. You guys all did really great, had a lot of good guesses, and yeah, so let's get into the winner. Let's get the drum roll. So the winner, the person with the best guess, the closest to how this was, is Abu Bakr Sadiq. Hopefully I said that right, but congratulations, man. You had a great guess. You nailed about 90% of it. There were a few little things that you missed and a few little things that weren't correct, but you were definitely the closest, and a big congrats to you. So just respond to the email. If you guys entered, I responded to you saying that I got your email and confirming. So just respond to that email and send me your address, your name, where you want me to ship it to, that sort of thing, your shirt size, and we will get you your prizes, your bicycle brick, your shirt, and then I'll be in contact with you when I'm ready to film that episode of the Sleight Off that you're gonna help out with. But I really appreciate it. Your answer was very, very close. You'll see from the video a couple of the things that you weren't quite right, but overall, great guess. So I got a lot of awesome new content coming, more behind the screens. I got a bunch of street magic stocked up and a ton of great tutorials coming your way. Now that we've hit 1,000 subs, I got a ton of great awesome stuff coming out. Drop a comment what you guys would like to see. I did a poll and got some good insights onto what you guys like. Street magic tutorials were among the favorites, so lots of those to come. And just turn that notification bell on because you guys don't want to miss some of the tutorials I have coming up. In a few days, I'm dropping a sick tutorial of using Sai Stebbins in a very unique way. I've developed a bit of a system to use Sai Stebbins as sort of a memorized deck. something super unique. You can actually basically use it as a memorized deck. So in a stack, normally the cards are just stacked and there's a pattern so that you know them. But if someone said 42, you couldn't easily know what card is at 42 without doing a bunch of work. Whereas with a memorized deck, you know exactly every card and every number position. So I've developed a bit of a system, easy, fast, very little memory work, and very simple math to figure out any card at any number using size Stebbins. It's awesome, and it is dropping. It's a long video, but there's a lot of information that goes into it. It's not going to be for everyone, but for those of you who don't do a lot of mem deck work or don't have a mem deck, you can use and do a lot of mem deck effects now with this system using size Stebbins. That's what I use it for. So it's pretty awesome, coming soon, but make sure you hit that bell because I got a lot of awesome content coming up between behind the screen street magic and tutorials. Sleight off also is coming back very soon. More jams with Sean and that sort of thing. To everyone who entered, thank you so much once again. And a couple of you guys were so close, and the rest of you, well, you tried and you tried your best, and I could tell, and I got some really awesome answers. And some of the methods, I was like, wow, that's actually pretty creative. That could have worked. But, you know, I got a lot of black art and equivocate, and while I did use equivocate to force that second row, and I guess I got lucky that he named number 2, that was the only equivocate. Everything else was a completely free choice, and that's something I really wanted to establish, and a lot of people missed that, and a lot of people just said I psych 4-7, but come on guys, I wasn't gonna risk my entire trick, all this setup on a psych force that could go wrong. And also, I definitely could not have had a picture of the kid beforehand. It doesn't make any sense. One more time, big congrats to the winner. Just remember to email me and all that good stuff, and we will get you your prizes as soon as we can. But with all that said, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. You have a black tablecloth with 12 cards that have black backs, and the front of those cards have the same pick of the boy. Then on top of those 12 cards are 12 more cards with numbers on the back and different drawings on the face. You go through the whole routine picking up the top single card, and they don't see the other card underneath because the black blends with black on the table until you get to the card they pick, and then you pick up the 2 cards of the pick showing the boy. Okay. First of all, I just met this boy. Where did I get this boy's picture from? I just met Javi for the first time when I answered that call. Do you know how Omegle works? Okay, it puts me with a stranger. I don't know where this dude's from. I didn't even know his name. So how do I have 12 pictures of him already set up under the table? Okay? Like, use your brain a little bit. Like, I'm only getting heated over this because comment under my post a reveal that's a stupid idea, doesn't make any sense if you actually watch the trick, and then say you don't want to enter and you don't care because it's not your kind of magic, whatever that means. I'm a card magician. I'm assuming you're a card magician if you're following me, but not your, I'm trying to do something different. If I did a card trick, everyone and their grandma who watches this would know what I did. You think I got lucky and I spun the same kid on Omegle? I just spent there for hours waiting till I find this random kid named Javi again, and I already took pictures of him? And I had time to set up 12 pictures of the guy?